Hello everyone, this is BDF44 coming at you with another video, and I would like to talk about the comparison between Steph Curry and Dwayne Wade. And when I say comparison, I don't mean their games, I mean in terms of who is the greater player up until this point. I say up until this point because obviously Steph Curry's still going and Dwayne Wade just retired. So Steph's still writing his story, as we've all seen. He's had a very embarrassing, I'd say, season, to be honest. He's had a lot of blunders and just slips and stuff, like slip and falls, stuff like that, but nothing worse than last night when he bricked a dunk down the stretch of a playoff game on the road. Blew a layup a couple plays before that too that no one's talking about, but yeah, and had a bunch of other blunders and shot poorly, and it's just really looking bad out there. But I don't think that is going to be what determines this conversation. You know what I mean? We can't be prisoners of the moment, and I think a lot of people are prisoners of the moment now. I have to confess, I went on record yesterday on Facebook, some post, I don't remember exactly whose post it was, but they asked who was the greater player, and I did say Steph Curry, and then he proceeded to do that. So made me look pretty stupid. I can live with that, but like anyone else, you don't want to be caught in the moment. You kind of want to take a look at their entire body of work and just say, okay, who would you consider the greater player? And for me, it's debatable. It's extremely debatable because I respect both the sacrifices that these players have had to make in order for their teams to be as great as they are, and the fact that they both have extreme honors and will be Hall of Famers first ballot easily. So, and they both, even though this is kind of a thing, they both are the greatest of all time at something. To me, Dwayne Wade is the greatest shot blocking two guard in the history of the NBA. In fact, it may not even be close. Dude is a fantastic defender, to say the least. And I think that what harmed him most was injuries, not necessarily the sacrifice, even though the sacrifice did take away a great deal from his statistics and overall ability to display his greatness as an individual talent. But I think that at the end of the day, you gotta hold Dwayne Wade really high for not only what he shown on the court, but for the character that he showed off the court as well. Stand-up individual. So we definitely appreciate Dwayne Wade for all he's done, to salute him in his retirement. Going on to Steph Curry, I say this, similar things. Steph Curry's got a great reputation, family man, and obviously the greatest shooter this game has ever seen. And that's to be taken into account when you're considering him. On top of the fact that he has MVP trophies, championship rings, and things like that. I believe he and Dwayne Wade are tied at rings at this point. Looks like obviously Steph Curry has an opportunity to continue to get more. So I would imagine he's going to pass Dwayne Wade up in that area. I don't believe Steph Curry has any finals MVPs. I have to check. If he does have any, it's only one. So that's something that's to be considered. But overall, I think Steph's ability to shoot the ball, being that this is basketball at the end of the day, and the fact that Dwayne Wade's shot was inconsistent, as well as the fact that Dwayne Wade tend to just have injury issues that kept him off the floor. A lot of times Dwayne Wade would just not be able to help LeBron James because he just wasn't physically in a place to do it. And even though he picked up his conditioning and was able to heal up towards the end of his career, at that point he was more so of just a starter and a complimentary player to a pretty solid team. So it's kind of hard to say who's greater, just simply because Steph is continuing to play, and right now he's playing at such a high level with seemingly a further ceiling to go, especially if KD leaves and his usage rate goes back to where it was previously. Then he'll be able to put up the 50-point games and break records shooting threes and things like that. So I think there's still a lot for Steph Curry to accomplish. And I think ultimately that's something that I'm taking into account as well in terms of who I think will ultimately be the greater player overall. But right now I give it to Steph simply because of his inability to be guarded once he gets hot. Dwayne Wade, coupled with the fact that Dwayne Wade, on the other hand, has had so many years of being injured and not being able to really display all that he's been able to do. But there's no question who's the more athletic player. There's no question who's the better defender. That goes to Dwayne Wade. There's no question who's the better passer. That has to go to Steph Curry, of course. Ball handling, Steph Curry. So there's a lot of things to take into account. I'm sure there are a lot of people who disagree with me, but I'm gonna go with Steph at this point. But Steph has an opportunity to make this conversation change. You know, if he continues to blunder and make the mistakes that he made with the basketball down the stretch, he really does need to show that he can lead down the stretch, because he has had a lot of help. You know, Iggy got the Finals MVP. He went off crazy in that Finals performance for them to get that first championship. And obviously, KD is, KD is an entirely different conversation. And I he's in his own category. I think it's easy to say that he's the best player on the Golden State Warriors right now. So, at this point, Curry gets the nod, but he has an opportunity to change that. Anyway, signing out, y'all. This is BDF 44. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Peace.